someday this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
When I hear the name Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., it comes to mind of an individual that wanted equality for everyone. No matter what race, what nationality, he wanted everybody to be treated equally.
Martin Luther King was a big part of changing the social fabric of the country.
It's just outstanding when you drive by there and you look over there and you see Dr. Martin Luther King Municipal Complex.
A previous commissioner, Clayton Nolan, had come to the commission with the idea of naming a street for Dr. Martin Luther King, and he recommended a street that was in front of the Booker T. Washington School.
We had some public hearings and a couple of things that we suggested and kind of get some feedback from the public.
We finally came up with the idea of naming what we referred to as the Municipal Complex.
April the 18th, 1990, a motion was made by, well, the presentation was given at that time by the chairman of the Martin Luther King Holiday Commission by, ironically, the city attorney now, Carol Lehman. She presented it to the council, and a motion was made by Commissioner David Ezell, second by Commissioner Dr. White Olson. And they named it, and I said, wow, look at this. I never thought it would go this far.
During the 70s and 80s and 90s, all of those city buildings were located there in that one location, and it seemed like a perfect way of providing recognition. Ironically,
I had left the council because I was on the council May of 1985 to May of 1989, and this was done after I even left the council.
We had a marble company here in Enid at that time that actually created that sign.
Pat Healy had a tile and floor company downtown, and he went out east of town, and I don't know, he had a big stone company, and he wanted to do something. So that's where that big stone came from.
We have the real privilege this evening unveiling the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. portrait.
I got to see the portrait a little bit earlier than that because I was at the Martin Luther King celebration. It was a week or so earlier than that, and it was unveiled there, and I thought it was really a beautiful portrait. I mean, I'm not sure who created it, but it's a very nice portrait, very good likeness of Dr. King.
I was at the celebration also about a couple of weeks before where it was presented, and it really hit me very strong to realize that we have come this far to take this time to have a portrait of a man who has died, but what he stood for. And I think so many of us need to understand, you know, it's not so much about the man as to what it stood for.
I go all the way back to the segregation days, and there's been a lot of change in Enid, and Enid has, moved through all of these things, I think, very, very effectively and well.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I never dreamed it would go this far. I say, wow, Enid has come a long ways.